This is the story about the cough syrup and the fancy department store. So, about a year ago, I was in Ireland and I caught a cough while I was there. And it was a kind of a nuisance cough, but we were close to town. So, we walked down a little cobblestone road and over a little bridge, which ran over a little river. And there was a little apothecary. So, apothecary is the little drugstore. And it was little, it was the size of basically a room. And inside the apothecary was just these shelves, like stacked high. And all of these medicinals were kind of crammed into the little shelves. So I went down to the end of the aisle to ask I guess he would be called the apothecaryist, about what would be a recommendation for a good cough syrup. And he took me over to the aisle and brought a bottle of this honey cough syrup elixir. So I thanked him and I went to the counter to pay for that. So I bought my cough syrup, and there's some impulse items right there at the counter. So I walked out with the cough syrup as well as a bottle of mullion wine. All right. So I go back to the cottage that we're staying at and I try the cough syrup, and it is delicious. It is syrupy, honey, sweet, and a little minty. It's so good. And within a couple of days, my cough is gone, and I am so excited. So we finished the rest of the tour in Ireland. At the end of our trip, I do not want to toss this bottle of syrup. So I stuff it in the suitcase, take it home. It ends up inside my pantry in the kitchen, kind of like pushed into the back, and it stays there for about a year until this season. And this season, I caught some kind of cough. I don't know. I've heard that there's a 60-day cough going around. Nevertheless, I was feeling fine. I just had this nuisance cough every once in a while, but it's very annoying to people. And my family said, "Can't you do something about that cough?" And so I realized, well, this is really annoying to other people. So I dig into the pantry and I find that bottle of cough syrup. And literally, I've had this cough for weeks. I take 1 tablespoon, and a few hours go by and I haven't had one cough. So then I take another tablespoon, and then a whole day goes by and I haven't had a single cough. Literally just 2 doses and I've had no cough at all. The cough just like is extinguished. Now, the really interesting part of this is I was suffering with this for weeks, and it was like 2 or 3 tablespoons of this honey syrup. I am so satisfied with this product, but I can't find it anywhere. So I'm on the internet, like searching and searching, looking at all different websites, trying to find. I've got the label, I've got the bottle, I've got the name. It's nowhere to be found. So then I find this search engine. I'm listening to a video about someone talking about finance, and then they talk about the search engine they're using that I've never even heard of. So I use that search engine and I find the product. It's right there. And guess where it's at? It's literally being sold at Harrods department store. So some of you may know Harrods and some of you may not, but Harrods department store is literally like the Saks Fifth Avenue of the United States. It's a fancy department store. You literally have to, you're almost standing room only when you go to this department store, because anyone who visits the UK, London, will go to Harrods and go shopping because it's a not miss. It's a not miss. Okay. It's like fancy, beautiful. It just feels so kind of like royal inside. And I was just really surprised that this is where the honey syrup was being carried. Now, the other interesting thing to me is that when I look at the ingredients to the syrup, there's not a cough suppressant ingredient in there. It's literally honey, uh, peppermint, some fennel, and propolis. So some of you may or may not know what propolis is, but propolis is the resin on the beehive. It's basically something the bees make, kind of a sticky resin that helps the hive stick together. So this is a bee product. And The propolis is used also in many countries in Europe as a medicinal substance. So it was very interesting to me that this cough syrup of honey has some propolis, a little peppermint, and it's so potent. So I was just so elated to be able to order this product now and have a full bottle in my pantry since I've used up the one that I have. I wanted to share that story with you guys. You guys take care.